Dcryptofan, what's going on, beautiful people? Sorry about coming late. I had to charge. What's going on, beautiful people? How you doing? It's Friday, right before the weekend. You already know it's Dcryptofan. Well, all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. No hype, no cap. What's going on? That market recovered, huh? People are jumping ship. See, people are jumping ship. If you were DCing, you're probably feeling good that you were DCing. If you were buying on that dip, you're probably feeling real good. Especially, I'm telling you, I never saw 5% fear and greed index. You know what I'm saying? I never ever seen that before. Hey, Vintage Black, what's going on, brother? What's going on? I know everybody's feeling good, huh? Lucky everybody kept the cool booty. So I tell you, lucky y'all kept the cool booty. One of my homeboys, he one of my good homeboys, he was talking about he started moving his XRP out his wallet. He was ready to press sell. I was like, they almost got you. We're joking. I got a chat that me and my close friends, you know what I'm saying? Me and my close friends we on. And these are my friends, these are actually when I was young, these are the gentlemen that put me on. When I was young, I didn't used to get to the money when I was young. And these are the cats that showed me how to get to it when I was like 14, 15. They were a little bit older than me. Like, when you're 14, 15, cats are 16, you know, and you lost, these cats are showing me how to get to it. So it is wild that 36 years later, 37 years later, that me and my good friends, we all happen to be in crypto. And it wasn't just, well, me and my other homeboy, we came in me and my best friend, we kind of came in close together. He probably was like 6 months behind me, maybe a year behind me. Then my other homeboy, later on, like 2 years later, he became an XRP fanatic. So yeah, so it's cool to have my close friends that also in crypto. That's all we do is talk about our chat. We have our different opinions. So it's cool to be going, Boss Buddha, what's going on? So it's cool to go back and forth with our opinions on what's going on and what's going on. And majority of it, we will have the same conclusion, but we all have our different opinions. I have one of my friends. He thinks that he thinks BDC is going to go to zero, which me my other homeboys like, what are you talking about? But anyway, just wanted to say what the market is. That's why I wanted to come in yesterday and wanted to express to you, Julia, what's going on? This is why I wanted to come in yesterday and explain to y'all, because I know it was a lot of anxiety out there, a lot of panic. And like I said, I've been around this space for 7 years now. And I seen the dips, man. I seen the Terra Lunas, the FX. You know what I mean? So this is these are things I'm talking about. So that's what I was saying yesterday when we were at $1.14. Keep a cool booty. And I'm feeling good because I went shopping the last 3 days a little heavy, and I was like, damn, and it kept going down and down. I'm like, damn, I'm DCAing, and I always kept I was keeping money on the sideline, but man, I was running out of I had like maybe 1,000 left, man. Yeah, I was getting to the bottom. I was getting to the bottom because I've been going hard. Thank you, Popcorn. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it, Popcorn J. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you, everybody, for the love. Um, yeah, so it was cool. It was cool that yeah, man, I was buying and I was, it's crazy when you go with this blind faith. Michelle, what's going on? What's going on? Good evening, Michelle McCain. What's going on? So it's wild when you're buying with and you're going with blind faith and you're hoping that you did your research and you did your due diligence and I was hoping that I studied. For me, I look at this like studying. Mad Max is going on. I'm broke buying these dips. Tell you, Mad Max, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Let me tell you, my bank said I reached my spending limit. Boss Boo, that's funny. That's funny you say that because crypto.com, they told me I was done. They told I reached my weekly spending limit. That's what they told me. Thank God I only stay on one exchange. One shut me. That's why I stay. I stay on multiple exchanges, baby. That's why I don't. That's why I keep 3 or 4 exchanges. You ain't gonna slow me down. I remember when there was the huge dip, right? I remember there was. Remember when was that? That was October 10th. Remember October 10th? They had the huge dip, the first dip. So Uphold has shut down. They wouldn't let you buy certain coins. So certain coins, I would go on crypto.com and I would buy on crypto.com, right? And then I would switch over on the coins that wouldn't let me buy on crypto.com. I would buy on uphold.com. Then the coins they wouldn't let me buy on that, then I would go on Kraken. Then let me tell you, let me tell you something. Man, listen here, man. Even Coinbase, y'all know I don't even mess with Coinbase like that. But in emergency comes emergency, I gotta get that on that dip. You know what I'm saying? So that was going on, and I just wanted to say, and I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, because there's fear when you're doing it. It's just I'm trusting in that I did the right due diligence, but there's definitely fear. When you're throwing your hard-earned money, and y'all know I go to work and come do this, and you're going to work at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., then I come here and I do this for free. And I mean, I'm learning. Don't get me wrong. I'm learning at the same time when I'm doing this. But man, that's a hard feeling, man. That's a hard feeling now. I ain't gonna hold you. It ain't that easy now. Casual Fridays. What's going on? What's going on? You know, we out here, man. We out here. Casual Fridays. I was actually off today. You know, Casual Fridays every once in a while. Y'all get to see me, the real Dcryptofan. Y'all know what's good. Y'all already know what's going on. Hey, prime time, what's going on? Trust me, there's some people in the chat that see me. Oh my God. I've taken the chat. One time me in the chat was in Magic City in Atlanta. Live. Ask the chat. We was live in Magic City. One time the chat was there when somebody tried to steal live. I was live on the chat and somebody tried to steal my suitcase. Literally, the chat was right there when I had to go stop somebody at Georgia in the airport trying to dip with my suitcase. Literally live. You can't even make it up. It was live on the chat. I was like, yo. The chat was watching me. I had to stop Buddy at the airport. Ask Julia. Julia know what time? At the airport. For real. The chat is here. The chat was live. They saw it live. He tried to get me, man. Buddy was gone. And you know what's crazy? Want me to tell you why I know Buddy was trying to steal? Let me tell you why. Because when I told him that's my bag, he didn't go back to the rack. He walked out. If I tell you I got my bag, shouldn't you go back and look for your bag? Nah, Buddy just walked out. So Buddy was out with my bag. Thank God. Telling you, man. For real. So anyway, back to what I'm saying, man. Being casual, just, you know, this is what we do. But what I was saying was I'll just be keeping it casual, but you know, I go to work, wear my shirt and tie, but I believe you could do both. I believe there's a time for everything. I think there's a time for the shirt and tie, and there's a time to be casual. You know what I'm saying? And I do it all. I'll tell you, I ain't gonna hold you. I love fashion. I love it. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when I was growing up, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. My mom didn't see that. See what I'm saying? I got Haitian parents. If you ain't bringing no grades home, you ain't getting nothing. Nada. You lucky to get a meal in that house, man. You crazy? Listen, man, Haitian parents, they don't reward C students, D students. You don't get none of that. You crazy? Let me tell you, to real Haitian people, that's F. The only reason my mom didn't dump on me like that, because she probably figured, man, let me have some compassion on this kid. Because if I tell this kid a C to me is an F, I'm gonna break his spirit. You know what I'm saying? So my mom wasn't feeling that. Now, if my mom didn't divorce my dad, oh, that's whipping right there, boy. That's get on your knees. That's what we call à genoux. You don't want to play with à genoux. That's when you get on your knees. You heard me? You get on your knees. You fold your arms, pause. Get on your knees like this, right? You stare at the wall. Then when it's time to get beaten, they tell you, put your hands out. You hold down, wow, wow. And if you move, you get all over the body. Wah, 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 wah. It's all over the body. Wah, wah. And I'm talking about that belt. And that belt, right? Let me tell you, that belt's so crazy. Let me tell you, listen, man. That belt is so crazy, right? And let me tell you, right, I didn't know better, right? And I got a beating, right? So I thought everybody got a beating like me. I thought it was normal. So the teacher came to me, if you know what a beating is, when you get a real beating, when you get a real beating, When you finish getting that beating, the belt is still there on your arm. When you can see the belt marks. Oh, you think you don't get a beating unless you can see the belt marks, man? That ain't a beating. If you get a beating, it's just a little red. That's not a beating, man. Well, come on, man. The beating is when you see the belt marks, man. Y'all looking like, what? And some people like, oh my God, that's called child abuse. You're goddamn right. That's what it is. Hey, let me tell this quick story. But y'all saw XRP bounce back 25%. But let me tell y'all this story right quick, right? So I got a beating one time, right? And I thought it was normal because I thought I'm Haitian. I thought everybody got beatings like that, right? So I went and got beaten. So I went to school. So my arm, I didn't want to do my homework. So I'm like, oh, my arm hurts. I want to do my homework. I just didn't want to do my homework. She goes, what's going on? I said, no, I got a beating. I'm thinking everybody gets a beating, I showed my arm, right? This white lady said, oh my God, what happened to you? I said, oh shit. I said, excuse me. I said, oh my God, I done messed up. Well, her reaction, they said, oh damn, that's not the reaction I wanted. That's not the way it was supposed to go. This lady, next time I know, 2 hours, mind you, I'm like 9 years old. 2 hours later, I'm in the hospital, dog, for a little beating on the arm. They got my stepdad, my mom there. They got the peoples there. I was like, oh my God. They was like, what? I'm looking like, what? And I'm thinking to myself, yo, if you think that was a beating that I got, you got to see my cousins. My cousins getting beat with freaking brooms. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I'm Haitian. The beatings I get is light work compared to the rest of my family. It's like, what? But anyway, man, it's wild, growing up, the discipline you get and everything. You know what I mean? It's wild, man. The discipline you learn, that's how it grows, man. That's the discipline we get. Nowadays, you can't do that. Nowadays, you whip these kids, they're going to jump off the bridge. You got to be easy with these kids. Oh my God, these kids are sensitive. Don't do that type of stuff, please. You got to be careful how you talk to them. Any wrong thing, man, it's mental illness. Please, they ain't come up from how we come up, tough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mental illness was, you know what mental illness was? You got mushed and you go back and you better beat somebody up. That's how you handle mental illness. You brush your knees off and you go back up with these right here. That's how we used to handle mental illness, okay? But hey, you got to do, it's 2026. Hey, crypto's here. AI's here. We ain't going back to those times. So this is one thing I learned. Either you grow or you die. So I'm there right now. So either you what was that? Either you what's that? What word I'm looking for? Either you what's that? Adoptation, or either you elevate, revolutionize, or whatever. Either you grow or you're gonna die, bro. That's what I'm saying. Listen, man. Don't be the dog that can't learn new tricks. That ain't gonna work out for you. That's my worst nightmare, to be the dog that can't learn new tricks. So either you die, thank you, Popcorn J, I like that. Adapt or get left behind. I like that. Perfect. Hey, Popcorn J, I like that. Adapt or be left behind. Perfect. I'll go with that one right there. That's perfect. So speaking on that, evolve, Boss Buddha. There you go. Evolve. That's the word I'm looking for. Appreciate you, brother. Evolve. Either you evolve or you die. Yeah, that part. That's the part I'm looking at. Yeah, that's why I appreciate my chat. And if you just tune in this chat, understand this is the most smartest people in the world. And understand, we global. Understand this chat, Dcryptofan, we global. I'm telling you, we in Australia. We in UK. We in New Zealand. Africa. We in Africa. I don't know why I made that voice when I had to say Africa, but to me, I don't know why I said that voice. Africa. It sounded good. But anyway, let's get back to it. Dcryptofan, what all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn, no hype, no cap. I know I went off a little talking, but that's what I do. It's Friday, and I ain't gonna see y'all till Monday. So look about what happened with XRP. Look what happened in the market. I hope y'all was not selling. I hope y'all listened to what we were talking about, okay? Florida's up in here. Y'all, Styles by Shirley, what's going on? We got everybody in the building. So listen, I know y'all did not sell after the conversation we had yesterday, because if you did, I know you're not feeling good today. I know you're not feeling good today. I know. If y'all sold yesterday, I know your stomach hurts today. And like I told y'all last night, it was all in y'all right to sell. Remember I told y'all yesterday, it was all in your right to sell. Y'all grown people. But I told you I was buying. I bought for $1.17. Remember I told you I own mine for 48 cents, 52 cents. And I said at $1.17, I had to get some. I told you at $1.75, I had to get some. $1.50, I had to get some. And I'm telling you, this is not financial advice, but sit on the sideline and watch. Popcorn J said, I deleted Robinhood after I ran out of buying power. I like that. That's pretty good, my brother. That was funny. Hey, Popcorn J, that was funny. Listen, Jim yours said, I'm yours said, I'm never selling. I bought more. You know that's right, my brother. I know that. What my man said, 4-pound crypto Jedi. Damn, boy, that's a strong name right there, boy. Yeah, that boy ain't playing. That boy said 4-pound crypto Jedi. May the force be with you, man. May the force be with you, Luke. I'm trying to tell you right now. Hey, Jameson. I know James Davison. I know he wasn't selling. I know he wasn't selling. I know that, man. I already know, man. I know James is soldier. I'm a no-limit soldier. I thought I told you I'm a no-limit soldier. I know James was buying, boy. Hey, I tell you right now, Julia was buying, James was buying. We was talking about that last night. You know what I'm saying? We was talking, hey, you're welcome, 4-pound. You already know. James Davis said, hell no, buying like crazy. James was buying. I already know, man. The chat was live last night, man. The chat was live last night, man. That's what I love about y'all. Y'all wasn't in panic mode. None of y'all was in panic mode. If y'all was, boy, y'all do a good, you guys do a good job of hiding it. Justin having fun says, I think it goes lower to grab liquidity. What you think? Oh, this was a straight liquid. This was straight crushing liquidity. This was straight traders, too much gambling, too much people putting money out there. That was a straight liquidity grab. 100%. That's what we reported about. Yesterday, the whole chat, that's what we talked about. Sorry, guys. The whole chat, that's what we talked about. Straight up. That's what the whole thing we said that the crash was about. Listen, I don't claim to know it all, and I don't know. But what I'm saying, last time I saw a crash like that, Terra Luna. A crash like that, FX. Crash like that, the time, January 10th, when the war with, what was that? The tariff war and when he came up with the crazy taxes, 500% for this, 50, when China taxes, that was the last time I see those type of dips. Even when we had the job stoppage, with a dip like that, without anything behind it, with all the laws that are passing, and we're this close with the Clarity Act, I just couldn't see. I personally think that was to take a liquidity, to crush liquidity, get liquidity, crush them traders. And also, I think, I could be wrong. And remember, I'm saying I think. When I say I think, this is an opinion. Don't take this and run with it. I think they're trying to show Coinbase a lesson. I think they were trying, banks and institutes trying to show Coinbase a lesson. Like, listen, relax. You better relax, know where you're at on this Clarity Act. I think that was a straight lesson and a straight negotiating, come to the table moment. I could be wrong, but I think that was a come to the minute moment for Coinbase to understand, like, it can get ugly. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But Napa, what up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on, Crypto Gang? What's going on? That's what I think. What do y'all think? What do y'all think that dip was about? Do y'all think that dip was manipulation? Do you think that was a liquidity grab? What do you guys actually think that was about yesterday? What do y'all think was the last want to say the last since October 10th, because this let me tell you, it's been going down since October 10th. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy York said, "Don't say that, brother. I hate banks already." Let me tell you, man. Don't. I understand that people hate banks, and I get it, but don't think that Coinbase with stable coins. Don't think that they're the hero either. I'm just want to let you know, Coinbase is not the hero. Okay, I get the 0.5 that we're getting on savings accounts, but don't think that Coinbase, when they come in, oh, we care about the American people. Coinbase cares about the profit that they made. And just so you understand, in that quarter, I think in the last quarter, Coinbase and fees or stable coins made 380 million with an M. So you're talking about 380 million in third quarter. Do that by 4 times. So you're talking about what? $1.6 billion, $1.8 billion a year. So don't act like, don't make them think that they're doing it. Because if you lose your money on Coinbase, you're done. You're not, thank you, appreciate that, appreciate the love, appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Nesty, thank you so much. So understand that you're not getting that money back from Coinbase. At least if you lose your money at the bank, you're getting 250. And it's like I was talking to my daughter today. We was talking, and I was talking to her, and she was telling me about high yield savings in the banks, and I was like, "Yo, forget that. Just put it in S&P. Just put it in S&P. Just put it in the S&P." I said, "Put half." She was like, "You putting the money in Bitcoin?" I said, "Yeah, put the money in Bitcoin, and then put the other half in S&P." And I explained to her. I said, "Okay, right now you can get 3% yields on from your bank, and if you put in a CD or high yield, that's probably the high yield you're going to get in there. But if you look at the S&P, the last we and her went back 10 years. There was only 3 years where you had 1% or 4%, and I think like an 8%. Everything was like 18, 14, 24, 25. Last year was 25% on S&P. Before that was like 21, 18. These are ridiculous numbers for a young person to get back on returns. For a young person that's 21, 23, and you're talking about getting that type of returns and putting compound interest, and you're putting money in that type of beast, that's crazy. Okay, you think about it. They're fighting over 4 or 5% yields. Okay, they're fighting over 4 or 5% yields. You go to S&P. Last year was 25%. Don't get cool. Don't. And guess what? When you XRP and the RLUSD, they're not. RLUSD doesn't care about yields. Of course, you get yields on it, but that's not what it's there for. XRP's RLUSD is there for collateral. So when you talk about Coinbase, they're talking about some difference with them and Circle. Circle's in that bad boy. See, that's different. You're talking about Circle. You're talking about USD Tether. You're talking about that USDE. I heard that they backed to buy gold. And I heard that one time somebody in the chat said they were giving up to 16%, some wild number. I don't know if that's factual, but somebody said some crazy number of yields. But yeah, you know what I mean? So just to say, I just want to put that in perspective. Mind Body Tech says, I can't wait for General Motors and Ford to ask if we want stable coins instead of cash. Ooh, that's crazy. Ooh, that boy dropped bars. That boy dropped bars right there, boy. Ooh. That's crazy, bro. That you well, don't start talking them type of talks right there, boy. You going deep, man. There's gonna be a lot of people around the world that's gonna take that stable coin, man. There's a lot of people gonna take that. Let me tell you, you see what they're doing with gold and silver. People are losing their confidence in the dollar, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's gonna be crazy. Mind Body Tech 2.0. I mean 2.0. That's a deep one, man. That was very deep right there. So basically, what he's saying, or maybe she, basically saying is that people have a choice to basically either they could take fiat, which is regular cash, or they could take a stable coin, which is a digital dollar, and you having the choice. That's why you see Zbeck making all these partners like with USDC, USD1, with even regular banks with fiat, because what that payroll, what they want to do is make sure that they cover every basis, like Mind Body Tech 2.0 is talking about. That's why you hear when you're talking about ZBEC doing payroll, trying to cross over all the borders to make sure that they can pay out. That's deep, man. That was deep, man. That's why I like this chat, man. This is the #1 chat in the world, man. These are the smartest people in the world, man. They ain't coming here to play. Let me tell you, Mind Body says quick and fast that will make it seem better to take stable coins because the yields are higher. 100%. Well, first of all, on Coinbase, that's what they're gonna be offering you. Is going to be the stable coins. That's what the whole thing's about. And they have the big hands into Circle. I didn't even know Coinbase was in Circle's back pocket so deep like that. I didn't even know Circle had to buy back their portions back from Coinbase. Coinbase is like a freaking Coinbase is like an octopus. You know what I'm saying? It was saying for real. Let me see here. You hold W? Yes, I 4-pound crypto Jedi. Yes, I do hold WLFI. Actually, not the stable coin, but the token. Me and the chat, we bought the token on the release day. Me and the chat, we all decided to buy WFI probably a month before it came out, and we all bought it. Majority, a lot of people on this chat here. Julia, Tammy Lynn, who's on vacation. It was actually Steve Chambers who told us exactly where to buy it. I think at that time it was only on Coinbase. But yeah, the chat, we all jumped on it at a time. I own it still kind of high. I've been DCAing trying to get down, but is that I still own mine high. I still own my WFI high because I've been going so hard on Ondo, Chainlink, Ethereum, Solano, even some ZBEC. I got to actually, y'all, I just hit 1.7. I just hit 1.7. Come a long way from just, I remember I said I was going to stop at a million. I remember when I was trying to hit a million, then I hit a million. Then I said, all right, 1,000,002. Then I said I was going to go to stop at 1,000,005. But when that thing got to 0, these prices here made me had to go ahead and buy. And even with all that DCAing I did on ZBEC and got to 1.7, I'm still at 0.035, man. I got it down from 3.9 to 3.7, and I got it down to 0.035, man. And I've been buying it up in the twos. I even bought it down to 0.001, and I'm still up there, man. It's freaking that. Trying to DCA, bring it down sometimes, boy. Hey, it ain't that easy, man. It ain't that easy, but yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Boss Buddha said, I need at least 10 million ZBEC. I'm almost at 3 million strong. That is a strong number. Boss Buddha, God bless, boy. That's a strong number, baby. I ain't mad at that. That's a strong number. Yeah, man. I was getting on that Chainlink, man. I've been on Chainlink and Ondo. The thing is that I don't know. The thing was that it was dropping, and the graph was calling XRP, and some people that were calling out $1 XRP bottom. So I was buying up. It went down to $1.14, but I was expecting a little bit. I was expecting the market go down a little bit more. It didn't. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if this is a cool off and it's gonna go back down. If this is a full recovery, I don't know because they were calling out $1, literally $1 XRP. So I don't even know if that's a full recovery or if this is a cool off and it's gonna take a dip back. I don't know. I'm watching to see. We're at $2.38 trillion. I would like to see us get above 2.75. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that, but let me tell you, we was at $2.15 trillion, man. That thing. And when I say folks, when I'm saying 2.15 trillion, I'm talking about the total amount of money that was in crypto. So when I'm saying these numbers, when you hear me say 2.15 trillion and now we're at 2.38 trillion, so basically I'm saying yesterday, all the money that was in crypto was $2.1 trillion. And today it went up to 2.38 trillion. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So basically, $200 billion went back into crypto. So that's what I'm talking about. And the fear and greed index, $280 billion went back into crypto. So basically, we have some coins that went up, and the fear and greed index went from 5% to 8%. But 8% is still crazy. I've never seen under 10% with my own eyes. I'm pretty sure it's gone over, but with these two eyes, I've never seen it. That 5%, I've never seen that. That was wild. And I'm talking about even Terra Luna. I didn't see. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I didn't witness it with my own eyes. That's all I'm saying. So those benchmarks, when you see, for me, when I see those, and I'm not saying for you guys to do that, but when I see those type of numbers, I'm usually just I'm buying a lot. I'm throwing a lot of money. I'm throwing a lot of money at it. You know what I'm saying? Because those are dips that don't happen too often. And the thing is that right now, you see we have 5%. We're 8%. When we get to 60%, 70%, people are going to be asking me, should they be buying? That's the wild part. People will come on this chat. We'll have 200 people on here, 150 people on here when it's FOMO, and everybody's gonna be going asking, should they buy? And I'm like, I'm not buying. And they're gonna ask me, are you buying? And I'm gonna say no, and they get mad at me. They get mad at me because I say no, I'm not buying. I'm not buying that when this fear and greed is 80, 90%. I'm not buying when this thing's up 30, 40%. Don't make no sense. Already ran. I'm not buying at that time. I'm buying right now. Sorry, this is when I'm buying. And it doesn't make sense, but watch this long enough, it will make sense. Because I did the same thing y'all did. I did exactly the same thing y'all did. Y'all wait till it start running and it got green and you get wrecked out. And then you regret. You regret not buying at these times. Every time. And then you learn after it happens 5, 6 times, being hard-headed, whoa, I'm doing this backwards. That's what they call FOMO, the fear of missing out. Yeah. That's what happened. I've done it and I made that mistake. That's why I'm telling you, a wise man and a wise woman learns from somebody else's mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, learn from my mistakes. When I see that red on a dip, I don't throw everything at it. But listen, I'll be honest with you. I probably threw $3,000-$4,000 on this dip the last 3 to 4 days. And what I did was just DCA. As it went down, I threw a little bit more. As it went down, threw a little bit more. Y'all saw what I put in my stories. I didn't hide it from y'all. I put it live. I won't do it no more. But I just want to show y'all that I don't play games when it comes to this. This is real for me. This is my hard-earned money, man. This is hard-earned money. This is not no scam money. This is not no steal people's money. This is go to work, wake up, do your hours, be respectful for people, and make your income and try to flip this money, baby. That's what this is. All right? I'm being honest with you. So I'm being transparent because I don't want to just be a person that's speaking to y'all, and just rambling on. I'm in this for real. And I know y'all in it for real too. That's what we talk about. But yeah, this is what it's about, man. For people like us that's been in this raw darkness was going on. For people like us, even raw darkness, people like us that's been in this space, a 30% dip is nothing. 40% dips are nothing. We've been around to see 89% dips that make your stomach, like you talking about diarrhea. You got diarrhea. It make you wonder, what the hell was I thinking? You start questioning your whole financial being. Like, what was I even? Should I even been in this crypto? Should I been doing? In the back of my mind, you know what kept me steady in back of my mind? To be honest with y'all, Warren Buffett. This freaking sentence that he says: wealth transfers from the impatient to the patience. That man says the stock market is a device that transfers wealth from the impatient to the patient. And I said, man, listen, man, this right here, for the first time in my life, I'm going to ride this out, man. And I'm going to be patient. Try to pick the right ones and try to be patient, man. That's what I did. So that's why I was buying up some Link. Let me tell you, look at this news right here. Let me get to, I've been rambling, but I want to get to some news. You know, I like to see receipts. I don't really like to do speculation. I like to show receipts and do actual, real, factual talk. I don't do speculation. I don't like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Ripley's Believe It or Not. We ain't doing that over here. This ain't a Inquiry. Remember when we grew up, the Inquiry? I don't know if y'all know about the Inquiry. We don't do an Inquiry right here. All right? So it shows on this sell-off, all them whales came out. These whales came and bought everything on the dip. And look, when y'all was selling off, the whales came in last night and bought on the dip, and the whales bought more than what's been in the last 4 months. Bought more. Listen, the whales bought up all your XRP. While people are jumping ship, being scared, the whales came in and bought up all the XRP. You heard me? Okay. Okay. Listen to this. Let me get in this article, man. Y'all don't believe this, man. you listen, man. Listen to this. Once again, what we're talking about, liquidations top 1.3 billion as BTC plummets below 67. Ethereum loses 2K support. You heard me? This is what's going on, this liquidation. But XRP, no. Them whales came and bought up all the XRP. It was a backfire. Look at this. XRP ledger hits record activity while XRP slides towards critical levels. XRP activity surges while price weaknesses test investors' confidence levels. Rising network usage contrasts sharply with XRP price sliding towards support. The high transaction volume failed to prevent XRP from deeper downside. XRP ledger activity climbed near record levels. As XRP market price continues to weaken, the divergence has drawn attention across digital asset markets. Listen, man. While people are selling, smart money is doing something different. And you got to understand, they're buying over the counter. When they're buying over the counter, OTC, you're not going to see the sales. They're not buying it from crypto.com. They're not buying it from Coinbase. No. They're buying it from a whole different institution. Remember I told you about LMAX, where the banks go to buy their stocks, where they go buy crypto now? That's why they go. They go to a different, listen, man. The whales came and bought up everything. And yeah, my Mind Body Tech, you got it right. Some OG crypto whales that know the game better than all of us. Yeah, these cats know the game. Straight up, bottom line, you hit it right there on the head. Nothing less, but nothing more, nothing less needs to be said. My man hit it right on the head. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Nothing more, nothing less. That's bottom line. Drop the mic on that. Drop the mic on that. That's straight up. Drop a mic for that right there. Jay, I'm yours. They want to bet. Oh yeah, they want to bet that definitely. They want to definitely better entry points. You tell me these whales are coming in. They're trying to shake out. They're trying to shake out retail, but right now I don't think there's no retail in it right now. Donnie Lynn dropped the mic. What's going on, Crypto Gang? What's going on, Donnie Lynn? How you doing there, young lady? Hope everything's well, man. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? 100%. I'm not listening, man. Okay. They're not playing. They're not playing. Let me get this article. I want to read this article to you, man. This article was wild. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this was wild right now. Let me say this right. Let me tell you this right here. Okay, here it is. It was a Captain altcoin. This, look at this. Y'all got to check out this article right here. Check out this article right here. I just want to show you before I read this because I want y'all to know I didn't come up with this. All right, look at this right here. All right, and y'all want to read along with this article, you can find this article on Captain Altcoin. Captain, ALTCOIN.com. All right, XRP, panic, sell-off, backfires. Whales bought the dip in record size. People, this is what we talked about yesterday. I hope y'all kept the cool booty. I know my chat knows better. My chat has some of the smartest people in the world. One thing we all do have common is common sense. All right. So the last few days have been some of the roughest the crypto market has seen in months. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP also for brutal drawdowns, with the major assets shedding around 15% of all their value in a single day. As panic swept across exchanges, The sell-off triggered widespread liquidation. Remember what we talked about earlier, y'all? Remember what we talked about? Listen, y'all see what we're talking about? This is exactly what we're talking about earlier the hour. Let's keep it going. I'm going to rewind that. If this is Dcryptofan, if you want to know what's been going on the last 3-4 days, you just tuned into the right channel. This Dcryptofan, where all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. No hype, no cap. Let's go. Let's get in this article. If you've learned something, hit a subscribe. If you learned something, hit a share. Let's go. Canada, what's going on? I see you. What's going on in the building? Like I told you, we worldwide. We international. Oh, you just, you know? Oh, this is the smartest, #1 chat in the world. If you just tuned in, you just tuned into the #1 chat. We worldwide. So while y'all was selling your XRP and selling your coins, your H-bars, your BTC, huh? Y'all selling your Doge, I know y'all wasn't selling your Ondo. I know y'all wasn't selling your Chainlink, XLM, your ADA. Well, while y'all was selling, guess what? They was buying. Let's get into this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP all suffered brutal drawdowns with major assets shedding around 15% of their value in a single day as panic swept across exchanges. The sell-offs triggered widespread liquidation, okay, extreme fear and wave of traders rushing for exits, okay? Man, we talking about the liquidation that happened? Remember, this is what we talking about. But XRP is now doing something that's catching the market off guard. Tune in, y'all. That's what we talked about last night. You see, we kept a cool booty. See, the chat, this is what we talked about last night. That's what we talked about Wednesday. That's what we talked about Tuesday. That's what we talked about Monday. We don't lose a beat over here. While the world was panicking, what we was doing yesterday, we was joking, and we was talking about what we're going to buy. And we bought up yesterday. Didn't we buy up less yesterday? Huh? Didn't we buy before the day before that? Okay, I know, because y'all told me what y'all was buying. I didn't tell y'all to buy nothing. I just told you I was buying, and y'all shared with me what y'all was buying. And I like what y'all was buying. I agreed with what y'all was buying. I bought a lot of the same stuff. I ain't mad. But let's wait. Let's finish with this. Let's go into this. But XRP is now doing something that's catching the market off guard. According to new reports shared by Santamita, SATI, all right, Sentiment, all right, XRP's sharp drop, blue key psychological levels, okay, may have been the exit moment wells were waiting for, okay? Instead of collapsing further, XRP staged a massive rebound as climbed roughly 25% from yesterday's bottom. Okay, so basically what they're saying, yesterday, last night, if y'all was in the chat, and we said we're buying XRP, we said we're buying HBAR, but specifically we said buying XRP, I told y'all, listen, I'm not telling you what to do, but if you was on chat yesterday, I specifically said I own my XRP on one for 48 cents, on another wallet 52 cents. And I said at $1.15, $1.16, I'm buying. So if you bought yesterday with conviction, you're up 25%. Now, of course, it's going to cool off. It'll come back down. But the fact is that you had the wherewithal and the confidence to believe in the plumbing, the infrastructure, not the price, but the infrastructure and what they're actually doing. You thought about it. Wait a second. They have an EMI. Just got approved on February 2nd. And what an EMI is? A license to go live in Europe in 27 countries, like I reported to y'all. They live. That's recent. You understand? That's recent. You want to jump ship right when the party's about to start? We've been waiting for 7 years for the party to start. So right now, when they're about to let us in the door, you want to walk away? I've been waiting in line for 7 years. And right now, when they're going to open the door, you're going to let me out? You're going to tell me jump? Nah, man. I got to go see what's going on in that party. I've been waiting too long. I've been hearing about it. It's supposed to be the illest party, the best of everything. And I gotta be here, man. Straight up. Straight the hell up. What's it say? My average is $2. Listen, man, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? My average is 52 cents, 48 cents. But if y'all looked at the last episode I reported, your boy Epstein, when he got an XRP, it was 1 cent. So there's people out there that's got an XRP at 1 cent. So the same way you're at $2 and I'm at 50 cents, 48 cents, there's people out there at 1 cent, 2 cents. There's always somebody that owns it lower than you. So don't feel no type of way. What you need to be happy about it is that it's going to go higher than that $2. So you're in profit. You think I'm worried about the person that got it for 1 cent or 10 cents or 5 cents? I'm just happy I got in that bad boy. I'm happy I'm in the game room. It's better to be in the game room than out the game room, my friend. Tell you that right now. Tell you that right now. Tell you that right now. You bought 2 years ago. You bought 2 years ago. How you bought 2 years ago and you had $2? You couldn't buy 2 years ago. It was $2. How you bought 2 years ago was $2? 2 years ago was what, 50 cents, even 60 cents. How you bought it 2 years ago and you at 3 years ago? You can't be at $2. If you bought it 3 years ago, there's no way you at $2 on XRP if you bought it 3 years ago. That's impossible. 3 years ago, that thing was at 50 cents, 60 cents. It was definitely sub 60 cents. Yeah, there you go, 37 cents. There you go. Oh, Joy, Red Hot, that OUSG, my friend, that Ondo action, baby. I didn't even know. Let me tell you something. Hey, Jay, I just did the episode 2 days ago on the Ondo and XRP Ripple, but I didn't even know Ondo and the OUSG. I just learned about that. What he's talking about, right? BlackRock. I didn't even know this. I just learned this 3 days ago. That's why with crypto, you can't act like you know everything. You learn things daily. So what he's talking about, the OUSG. So Ondo, right? That tokenization with Ondo, that's BlackRock. OUSG's Ondo. US short-term government treasuries. That's what that OUSG stand for. So BlackRock is telling you straight up front, we're going with Ondo. That was wild, man. That OUSG, that's very wild, my friend. Thank you for bringing that up. I just did an episode on that 2 days ago. Take a look at it, man. That one, man, very strong. Let me tell you, man. People, you have some of the smartest people in the chat in this world, in this chat right here, in this room right here. You got some of the smartest people in the world. Thank you, my friend, for bringing that up. That was dope. Super dope, man. So that's what that is. So when he's talking about OUSG tokenization, so basically what that is, so what Ondo is doing, you see what your boy Larry Fink is talking about tokenizing their stocks, their bonds, and their treasuries. So basically they're taking that paper and digitalizing it. And guess who's doing that digitalizing of that token and just basically taking a piece of paper and turning it to a digital print? Ondo. They just took us 185 million of treasuries. And now they use an XRP ledger to move that for settlement. And you know, when they're using, so every time you hear them using RLUSD, or you hear them Ripple doing these partnerships, just because you don't hear XRP doesn't mean XRP is not going to be used. Just, anytime RLUSD is being moved on the ledger, XRP is moving it. Remember what I gave you, that water slide analogy? Always go back to that analogy. Look at that number 1 post I got, number 2 post. Just keep that same analogy. Okay? Just always think about it. XRP ledger is like a water slide. RLUSD is like the body sliding down the slide. In the water, it's XRP that's moving that big body down the slide. All right? Always remember that. So the more people that are going to slide, the more XRP you're going to need to move the people down the slide. So when you see Ondo, I had to jump on Ando, man. I told y'all I was a fan of Ando, and I was gonna buy Ando at 70 cents. I was capping. But I was thinking about it. Then it dropped down to 60 cents. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, that's pretty goddamn good side. But I wanted Link so bad. And I wanted Solano. And I was like, damn, I like that Ando though. And then Ando dropped down to freaking 39 cents. I was like, goddamn, boy, I got to get that. I couldn't fight it no more. Yeah. Raw Darkness months ago, you're ready. You remember. Exactly. Exactly. T-Boy, you already know. That you like that water slide analogy. That's, yeah, but Raw Darkness, you remember that. So at 39 cents, man, I had to become an owner, dog. I couldn't even hold it no more. And then when it dropped down to 36 cents, I had to pile up on it. And then when it dropped under 30 cents, I was so happy that I waited patiently and I did it on my time and my plans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just pounded on it. And then pause. And then when I heard that OUSG that the gentleman just brought up, when I heard that, oh, that was it. I had to pound 23 cents, 26 cents, give me some more. I had to jump on that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. I had to jump on that. Oh yeah. Yeah, 26. Yeah. I don't got much. I got maybe 4,000 Ondos, 4,000 shares, but it's better than when I started. I didn't have Zippo. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is I got 4,000 shares. I was thinking about buying it at 70 cents. So I would have to pay 3 times as much to get what I have now. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. For me, I look at it like I got it on a 60% sale because that's exactly what I got it for. Just telling you the truth. I was thinking about it at 70 cents. I saw value in it at 70 cents. So at 39 cents, I had to get that. And at 23 cents, I figured, yo, let me DCA on this thing here and let me get all as much as I can because I might not get a chance to get under sub 30 cents. When I say sub, that means under. Whenever time you hear somebody say sub, I'm talking about going under. V Nizzy said, what the hell is OUSG? Okay. Y'all need to watch some of my episodes, man. I just dropped this episode 3 days ago. But OUSG, all right? So Ando, OUSG stands for Ando U.S. Short-Term Government Treasuries. U.S. So when you see the O, that's Ando. U.S. Short-Term Government Treasuries. And BlackRock is pushing that. That's what that is. So when you ask what the hell that is, Nizzle, my shizzle, that's what it is. For Rizzle. For Rizzle. That's what it is. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you for the gifts, man. Appreciate the roses, man. Thank you for letting the algorithm know that we out here, man. Thank you for, but that's exactly what it is. So when you have BlackRock, who's a $16 trillion company that has $11 trillion under management, and they're co-signing and they're coming out publicly for the last 3-4 months talking about tokenization. And I told you, if y'all look at that post that got blocked, that I have that's 13 minutes long, look at that last half. That's all the most powerful people at the World Economic Forum saying that tokenization is where it's at. This whole 2026 World Forum from January 19th to I think the 23rd or 24th was all about one thing, tokenization. So when I hear tokenization, and I'm not telling y'all to go buy this. I'm just telling you how I'm thinking, man. Please, if it don't work out for you, don't put it on me. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I don't know Ando. I don't know nobody at Ando. Just tell me what Dcryptofan is doing with my hard-earned money. So when I heard these cats at World Economic Forum, and they never said no names. They never say the name of the technology they're using. They don't say that. But my friend, it's very simple. If Larry Fink is using Ando and OUSG, okay? And guess what? They don't say Ando. They say OUSG. You see what you said? Nizzle said, what the freak is a OUSG? You see why? Because I bet you if they would have said Ando, U.S. government, U.S. short-term treasuries, government treasury, you be like, ooh, I want to invest in that. You're going to be, well, that caught my attention. U.S. short-term government treasuries? Oh, no. You're like, what? They're messing with the U.S.? Oh, so that means that if they're messing, you must be compliant. And then if BlackRock's messing with you, you have to be compliant. You have to be proven on some type square. And then, guess what? What really set the red flag off for me? These cats, remember I reported to y'all, go look at, I hope y'all follow my episodes, man. And if share these episodes, man, these episodes take me 5 hours. But if you go look at the episode that I dropped 2 days ago, right? 3 days ago, when Europe gave XRP the final EMA approval, meaning the EMI approval, meaning that day, February 3rd, XRP literally, before it was just a green light, they were waiting for the license. They literally got the license February 2nd that says they could operate money in Europe, meaning that they can custodial money, transfer money from banks, meaning they can move digital assets, all of that. For the first time in the world, they just went live February 2nd, meaning that it's legit. This is what I'm telling you. They got approved by the CSSR. Okay? That's basically the SEC in Europe. Okay? In UK, the floor of the Financial Conduct Authority gave them the approval, the same approval in UK. So basically, they're about to go live in United Kingdom also. They can't do that in America. Right now, banks cannot move XRP right now. Not yet. It's legit in Europe. That's February 2nd. Then on February 3rd, the next day, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. The next day, Ando got a license in Europe to tokenize in 30 countries. In Europe. February 2nd, after 7 years, 7 years I've been in, so in what? 2012, in 14 years of XRP's existence, they just got on February 3rd, we're in what? What's today? February 6th. 3 days ago, in 14 years of their existence, they just got the green light to go live. And then the next day, so did Ando. What? In Europe? Wait a second. They just got live on February 3rd for 27 countries. And the next day, Ando went live for 30 countries. And then they talking about the partnership with XRP Ledger and Ando. And then you talking about BlackRock is pushing Ando? I don't know, my friend. I don't know. I don't know, my friend. I don't know, my friend. I don't know. What y'all think? I don't know, man. It could be all coincidence, but I don't freaking know. Who am I? Anyway, let's keep this going. I forgot. Let's get back to this article. Who am I? Dcryptofan. But anyway, instead of collapsing further, XRP has staged a massive rebound, has climbed roughly 25% yesterday. All right, at the bottom, one of the strongest recoveries from a large cap crypto. If you see, XRP had the largest recovery. Go look. That recovery from XRP was crazy. Okay, and the on-chain data suggests that this move wasn't random. All right, listen what I'm saying. On-chain data suggests this move was not random. We're talking about XRP's recovery. Okay. All right. Sentiment, XRP just rebounded 25% from the lows. Sentiment highlighted that XRP price bottomed out below $1.15. I think it was $1.14 is what I saw. Then the day ago during the peak market panic. All right. At the time, sentiments around were breaking rapidly. The traders openly questioned whether it could fall down to $1. I thought it was going to fall down to $1. Remember I told y'all that's what I felt like it was going to drop down to yesterday. But I said it's too close to wait. I said from $1.14, it's too close to wait. I ain't even going to play with it. Let me get some right now. That's too close to be playing. What? You think, man, you out of your mind thinking I'm paying for 14 cents. Man, get the hell out of here. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, but within the 18 hours, XRP surged back above $1.50, marking a sharp reversal that forced many panic sellers to watch the price bounce without them. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Let me hit you with this line this article said. I didn't say this. I did question you on it earlier, though. I did say that, but not in this way. My delivery was way better than this. Listen, but within 18 hours, XRP back above $1.50, marking a sharp reversal that forced many panic sellers to watch the price bounce back without them. Oh my God. Ooh, damn. That I've been there. Thank God I was there in 2019, 2020. I stopped doing that dumb stuff back then. I did that mistake. that Christopher, thank you. Thank you for the love. Christopher, thank you so much for the love. I did that mistake. That's why yesterday I said keep a cool booty. Keep a cool booty. I know that anxiety is gonna get the best of you. It's got the best of me before. In 2000, I told you how I jumped out of freaking XRP. Listen, I was on XRP at 57 cents. That thing dropped to 27 cents and I jumped out. Imagine, I jumped out of XRP at 27 cents. That's what you call stupidity. That's what you call a fool. Luckily, I had people around me luckily I had the big homie that said, yo, what is you doing? Are you stupid? Boy, you better get back in there. And he said $500 not even enough. Get back in there for real. Come on, stop playing. You make money. Go buy some more. All right, calm down. It's all right. Lucky he told me. Luckily. Because guess what? I would have been like these people right here. Watch the price bounce back without me. Oh my God. Imagine the 27 cents. I got back in at 27 cents. Yeah, and I also was buying it to $1.80 when it shot back down too. I was on that boat too. I ain't gonna let me be fully transparent with y'all. I was also on it when it went up to $1.80 and it came back down to 33 cents. So I was on that boat too. So I'm gonna tell you the good side and I'm gonna tell you the both sides. So that's why when you go from $1, look, remember, this is the roller coaster I was on. 57 cents, 27 cents, $1.83, back down to 33 cents. That's a wild roller coaster. So for me, seeing 190 drop down to 115, yeah, that's not after you've been on that ride, that roller coaster right there. When you've been on that roller coaster, boy, that first time is savage. Oh my God. That's what that diarrhea have you. That first time you see your $70,000 come down to freaking 18, 19,000, you start questioning this crypto thing. And then when you see it come back roaring fast and you see it jump back up, you're like, oh, this is different. Oh, that's why the same way when you go way up there, you can't get too excited. Because you listen, when that thing shoot up, if you hold it long term, you can't get too excited. Take a little bit of profits, but let me tell you, don't get too excited when it's up there. Cause let me tell you, man, that thing come back down. We ain't there yet where that volatility is out of it. Until we get continuous true use case, meaning when I say true use case, meaning that they're using XRP at scale and it's steady, meaning like they know that every single day I'm gonna move $10 trillion worth of money, and that's an average. I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say it's $5 trillion, but they know daily activities push about $5 trillion, and then once it's settled, then that will be the time. And when you have like Ondo, I'm talking true utility coins. I'm not talking about speculative coins. I'm talking true utility coins that will be based, where their value will be based on their actual true use case. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's keep it going on. Let's keep it going on. I keep stopping in the middle of the article. But anyway, sentiment described XRP rebound as particularly huge tear. Point out that recovery stands for even or broader market rebound. The key takeaway is simply a sell-off may have been driven by fear, but the whales were treating it as an opportunity. You hear what it says? Listen what it said now. This is a Dcryptofan. And look, if y'all want to, y'all can find this article right here. I ain't making this up. This is the article right here. Okay? Just so you want to see it. Oh, shit. Wait 1 second. Here's the article in case y'all want to see it. That look wild. It's right there, all right? That's y'all. I ain't making it up. Okay, I'm reading the article. This ain't coming from Dcryptofan. This is what happened. But we talked about it. I'm pretty sure that everybody who follows me, you guys know about this. There's some seasoned pros that have been here for a while. I'm pretty sure y'all weren't surprised by this because we were laughing and talking about buying on the chat yesterday. But for the people who weren't aware, who just got here, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. So once again, this line is very hardcore line. Okay? If y'all learn something, hit a like, hit a subscribe. And I didn't write this line, but this is where's that article? This is on captainaltcoin.com. You know Captain, but anybody who doesn't know how to spell Captain is CaptainAltcoin.com. That's captainaltcoin.com. All right. It came out today. So if y'all want to read that, it came out February 6th. Bowles, what's going on? What's going on, Crypto Gang Gang? V Nizzle, one, if you want to read it, that's where it's at. It's and the article is XRP panic sell-off backfires. Wells bought the dip in record size. Read that article, y'all. You know me, I like to share the information. I have nothing to hide. It's full transparency over here, baby. We have nothing to hide. All right. So let's keep it going. This is wild right here. This is bars right here. For me, I like this part of this article. This is bars right here because this is what matters. This is part. Sentiment describes XRP's rebound as particularly huge tier, pointing out that this recovery stands out even in the broader market rebound. Okay, but within 18 hours, XRP surged back above $1.50, marking a sharp reversal that forced many panic sellers to watch the price bounce back without them. Woo! Basically saying that people sold off and watched that thing dip off. So basically, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. $1.14. $1.14. You went to sleep. $1.50. Goddamn. So you sold that $1.50. Now you got to pay $1.50 to get back in the game. So put it for example, if you had $1,000, right, to get back to exactly what you want, exactly what you left off at, you had to put $1,250. It went up 25%. So if you put $10,000 to get back to where you were at, you had to put $12,050, $12,500. If you were at 100,000, right? If you were at 100,000 to get back to exactly where you were at, you had to spend 100,000 and $25,000. You had to spend $25,000 in a matter of 4 hours. 5 hours of going to sleep from selling to get back to exactly where you were at. How many people got? Some people don't got that right now. That's why sometimes you gotta keep a cool booty. But listen, look at this. This is gonna even get worse. This is gonna make you feel worse if you sold yesterday. I know the chat didn't. Cause I know my chat. We didn't do that. My chat bought last night. I know my chat bought last night. Listen. So the key takeaways is simply a sell-off may have been driven by fear, but the whales were treating this as an opportunity. You don't know who the whales are? That's the billionaires, big billionaires. Not people like me and you. We're minnows. We're not whales. Okay? We're not whales. But guess what? We knew better. We came in with that whale mentality. We came in with that whale mentality. We move like smart. We move like smart money. We bought on that dip. We didn't get scared. We were educated on this. We knew what was going on. We knew exactly what was going on. We were not fooled. Because you know why? We do our research. We don't do hype. We don't do cap here. We don't do no hype. We don't do cap here. This ain't the channel. This ain't the spot. This ain't Jake said. Come on, man. Listen to this. The sell-off may have been driven by fear, but whales were treating it as an opportunity. Whale accumulation spiked to, listen, whale accumulation spiked to a 4-month high. Listen to what this article is saying, y'all. To a 4-month high. While people were scared and the bottom was at the worst, Wells bought at a 4-month high. When? Let me ask you something. When did the dip happen? When did the dip started? October 10th? October, November, December, January, and we just got into February. That sounds about 4 months, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? I sound like I'm from Bahamians, huh? Like I'm from Bahamas. Ain't it? That's how Bahamians talk. Ain't it? All right. So Wells accumulated spiked to a 4-month high. All right. One of the most important signals in sentiment chart is sudden explosion in well activity. Sudden explosion of the billionaires buying, y'all. We was never scared. Come on, man. We was on top of this. Chat, was we not on top of this? Chat, was we not on top of this? Chat, was we on top of this? I just want to know. Y'all, I just want to know, man. Chat, we wasn't playing. My chat, we ain't about that. I'm telling you right now. My chat with it. Ooh, ooh. Oh, oh. What we was doing? What's going on? I ain't never scared. Ah. Ah. Ah, y'all wasn't ready for that, huh? That's what my chat was saying. Hey, my chat was like this last night. I ain't never scared. I told y'all, man. It's I'm telling you right here. Honestly, buying on the dip from UK. You already know what time it is. Like I was telling you, man. The whales were buying. Like, let's finish this article. I keep cutting off on this article. I'm sorry, y'all. It's gonna take me 3 hours to finish this article. Right? So check this out, all right? Wells accumulated spiked to a 4-month high. One of the most important signals and sentiments chart is sudden explosion in well activity. Okay, and it's showing the chart actually. XRP price has rebounded 25%. They're showing the actual chart in the wicks in the chart. During the dip, XRP ledger recorded 1,380 separate transactions worth 100,000 or more. So basically, they're saying 1,400 transactions of 100,000 and more. All right. This was the highest well transaction count in 4 months. This occurred previously when retail traders were selling in panic. That was October 10th. That's why I'm talking about the 4 month. So 4 months ago, that's when there was sell-off was happening. So last time you seen this type of float was then. Okay, let's keep it going. So this is classic footprint for smart money positioning. Guess what? If you bought last night and you was buying the last 3 days, guess what? I guess that qualifies you as smart money. That's what they just said. This is classic footprint for smart money positioning. Were y'all buying the last week? Was anybody here buying it within the last week? The last 2 weeks since October 10th? If you were buying, especially if you were buying in the last 3 days, guess what? You got smart money, my friend. If you were buying in the last, first of all, if you didn't sell off, that was good. That was great. But if you were buying in the last 3 days, this is what it said. This is the classic footprint of smart money positioning. I think y'all smart money. I think that right there will qualify y'all as smart money. It qualifies me for smart money. I don't know. I'll take that one. Hey, I think y'all take that one too. Let's keep it going. The large holders tend to accumulate during moments of maximum fear. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, y'all. I'm just reading, y'all. Don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. Please. You see what that says? I'm just reading. This is what they're calling us. They're calling us smart money. I can't make this up. I ain't calling us smart money. They calling us smart money. It's like you play basketball. You can't call yourself the GOAT. The people have to call you the GOAT. The people got to say you the illest. Show it again. Oh, right here. Oh, whoa. I have no problem showing it again. Whoa. It's right here. Listen, man. I got no problem. Whoa. I got no. Hey, listen, man. It's all good now. Listen, man. That boy ain't rushing. Right here, baby. Huh? Let's go, baby. I'm all about transparency, baby. You want to see it again? I'm sure it one more time. Yeah. I'm all about transparency, baby. I don't lie. Come on now. You know Dcryptofan, he don't do that. One thing about me, no hype, no cap. We don't do that here. And if you want to go look, it's on Captain Altcoin. CaptainAltcoin.com. CaptainAltcoin.com. Like ALT coin. So it's captain, like a regular ship captain, altcoin, ALTcoin.com. It came out today. All right. So let's keep it going. Let me keep going on here. People, he didn't believe that they call us smart money. I didn't make this up. They call us smart money. See, I'm trying to, people don't believe it. See, this ain't coming. They call us smart money. They said if you've been accumulating in the last 3-4 days, that's smart money. That's what the top. Hey, go look on Coin Market. Hey, go look on Captain Altcoin. Okay, this is not me. All right, so large holders tend to accumulate during the moments of maximum fear. When everybody was scared, you know what I'm saying? What were we doing? We kept a cool booty, huh? When everybody else was scared, what was the chat doing? I know what Julia was doing. I know what James Davison was doing. Yeah, I know what they were doing. Come on, man. Ask them what they was doing. Ask Bowles what he was doing. Ask them what they was doing. Gene, Augustine, like I said, tell them what you was doing. My chat, people, ask my chat what they were doing. If you look, there's nobody said selling. Everybody said different. They were shopping like crazy. They were buying. This is what my chat does. And guess what? This ain't no Patreon. This is a conversation that me and my chat, my personal chat that's worldwide had with each other. Pause. We said that we're buying. It wasn't nothing like I told them to buy. These are smart people. They're very, very smart. Look what they were buying. Look what Wally bought. Wally bought XLM, XRP, HBAR. Great choices. Great choices. You think I told him to buy that? That man knew what to buy. These are very, very smart people, man. Very, very smart people. I bought all of those myself. I agree. I bought those myself. I'm not giving financial advice. All I'm doing is translating the information. You take the information, what you want to do with it. All right? That's it. Buying on the dip. Look at the chat. Buying on the dip. Look, Uncy was buying Quant and XRP. Buying on the dip. Ain't mad at that. Bose 95 said he was buying XRP, XLM, XDC, Ondo, Flare, ZBEC. Great choices. I don't see nothing wrong with them choices, man. Okay. All right. Do not play. All right. Mad Max said I got IBIT. He bought some Soul. So he went to the ETF. Nothing wrong with that. Great. Listen, I am not mad at that. Listen, man. You already know I'm got my ETFs in that. I'm in my ETF game. I'm in my ETF bag. I even got Circle. I got Circle, Stocks and Circle. I got Rex Osprey. And I got some Wisdom Tree. Come on, man. Tell you right now, man. Okay. Vintage Black said, as Billy Ray said, bye, bye, bye. To Louis Withrow. Vintage Black, hey, Vintage Black always come with the bars, man. You already know what time it is. Let me continue this article. I'll never finish this article. I keep getting off. Let me get back to this article. So large holders tend to accumulate during moments of maximum fear, when liquidity is abandoned and the weaker hands are exiting. Let me say this again. This article says this right here. Large holders, okay, tend to accumulate during moments of maximum fear. They didn't say poquito fear. They didn't say a little bit of fear. They talking about 10% fear and greed fear, 5% fear. That's fear. Listen what they said. Listen what they said. Listen. I'm going to say this one more time. Large holders tend to accumulate. When they say accumulate, they mean buying. So they accumulate that one time, accumulation. So when they say accumulate, they mean that they're buying a lot of majority, buying a lot of coin. I don't say majority, buying a lot of coins. So accumulating. All right, that's what they're doing. All right. So basically, they're saying the holders tend to accumulate during moments of maximum fear. So folks who are just coming in, so they're saying when people are scared and people are lost and they're jumping ship and they're distracted, they're taking advantage of that time when you're distracted and you're scared to buy what you just sold. So when you're selling your XRP at 115, they're taking advantage of your fear and they're buying it up. That's what it means. I know it sounds harsh, but this is the real world that we're living in. I told you, if you want if you want something that's fair, go to Disney World. If you want something that's fair, take your family to Disney World. That's not this world. Okay? Just want to be fair. I don't want to be the one to deliver that, but that's true life. And at this age, you know that. If you don't know that, you need to start watching more Dcryptofan. Right? So let's keep it going, all right? So large holders tend to accumulate during maximum fear when liquidity is abandoned. So basically, when money's not there and people are jumping ship and they're losing, that's when they decide to buy it and come in. That's what I'm saying. When weaker hands exist, meaning that people that were holding and are scared and fear, when they say weaker hands, basically, when they say you have diamonds hands, that means that your hands are strong like diamonds. When you hear somebody say diamonds hands, they're trying to say basically your hands are like diamonds. You can't crack. You can't break. You understand? And so when they're saying that diamond hands, the weaker hands, meaning that your hands are weak, you're easy to fold. So anytime you hear somebody say diamond hands, they're basically saying you have strong hands. They're strong like a diamond. Okay? That's what they're saying. So sentiments data strongly suggests that XRP dip was also aggressive accumulation happening underneath the surface. Okay? XRP activity addresses suddenly hit a 6-month record. You remember I said fourth? They said the addresses activity, meaning that the amount of people that own XRP, when you hear addresses, they're talking about wallets. So they're basically saying that in them wallets, in the last 6 months, it's the most activity they've seen. Remember I told you my homeboy, he got scared, panicked. He took his money out the wallet. He was thinking that XRP was going to come down under $1. This man was ready to sell. This panic even, and he's a seasoned vet. He's a seasoned vet. This panic will take over. Okay, I'm telling you, this panic will hit people. That's why we talked. That's why I made sure I came on last night. I almost didn't come on, but I said, you know what? You better come on and keep these people before they do that mistake you did back in 2019, 2020. That's the reason why I came on last night. I swear to you, the reason why I came on very strong this week, because I felt like y'all was going to do the same damn mistake, that same stupid ass mistake I made in 2019, 2020. And I just want to make sure y'all kept a cool booty, because y'all been watching me for almost a year now. Don't let all this hard work that we put in, all this studying, all this hard work will go to waste. We did a lot of studying. Y'all spent an hour and a half with me every single freaking day to come do this type of mess. That would have been terrible. That would have been terrible if y'all would have did that yesterday, because you would have been feeling sick right now, sick to your stomach, that you rode out for almost a year and then jumped ship and that thing bounced back up without you. You would have sold at $1.14 and wake up and now it's $1.50. You know how you would have felt? Okay. Keep a cool booty. I'm not giving financial advice. Not a financial advisor, but sometimes you got to watch what's going on around you. What makes sense, makes sense. All right? So keep it going. So even more striking, or here, let's go by this. Sorry. Let me back it up. So XRP activity addresses hit a sudden record, 6-month record. So basically, all the addresses that hold XRP in 6 months, this was the most movement they've seen. Good or bad, meaning that it's coming out. That means that people are buying this. People either taking out their wallet or putting it back in the wallet. Has nothing to do with price. Just people uncertainty. People either buying and adding to their wallet or taking out their wallet. That's all they're saying. So settlements require a unique activity and addresses ledger wallets balloon. Whoa, well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. I'm just reading this for the first time. Let me take that back. Sentiment reported that unique active addresses on XRP ledger ballooned. Well, that's different. So they ballooned to 68,700 activity address in a single 8-hour candle. Okay, that's different. That marks the highest activity spike in 6 months. I would think that's all positive activity, people buying. In the charts, that appears sharp vertical surge. Look, they said a vertical surge. So basically, when people buying, it went up vertically. So that's what it is. So that's super dope. So the chart appears that sharp vertical surge signaled participation on a network accelerating dramatically during the sell-off. The kind of address growth that usually reflects one or two things. Listen, these are two things it could be. This is what they're saying. A massive speculating interest during volatile event or large-scale accumulation and repositioning as traders rotate back in. They're saying that's the two things that could have happened yesterday in the dip. Listen, they said massive speculative interest during a volatile event, basically that people took interest and thought something was going to happen crazy, so they went ahead and they sold off and ready to buy back in, or large-scale accumulation and repositioning as traders rotate back in. So basically, the people that got destroyed and liquidated, they figured that this was the bottom and coming back in to try to save their ass. Let me tell you, man, there's been a lot of liquidations this year. This ain't the time to be gambling on crypto. That's wild to be a trader right now, because any day Trump could say something. This thing's been very volatile. To be a trader, man, I don't know, because any bad news, it's too volatile. I don't know, but I'm not good at. I have a day job, so I can't day trade. I wouldn't know. Maybe some people are very great at it. I don't want to take anything. Dan Creed, what's going on? I took out a loan and bought more. Oh, damn, Dan. Dan. You took out a loan and bought more? Ooh, I wouldn't advise that, man. Whoa, that's very aggressive, Dan. Damn. I would not advise people to take loans for XR for crypto, man. I don't know, Dan. You gotta be careful with that, Dan. I would be careful with that, my friend. God damn, Dan, you ain't. Whoo, I'm happy you came back up for you, but whoo, I wouldn't advise that, man. I wouldn't advise that, Dan. Thank God it came back up for you, but I would not advise to take out loans on gambling, man. Any day we all making an educated guess. God forbid there's an ILS FX or Terra Luna, or Trump comes out and says freaking tariffs for the whole world. Everybody 10,000%. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that. Please be careful, okay? We please be careful, y'all. All right, be careful with that type of stuff. All right, I'm happy it worked out for you, but please be careful with that. That's be careful. All right. So either way, listen. So let's keep it going. Dan Creed said, I already had the loan for 200 payments, got 6K more, went up. Dan Creed, crypto gang. My bro, I love you, bro. Wealth Wrangler Cole, appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate that, man. Love my boy Dan Creed, man. Love you, bro. That's my guy right there, man. I love my guy, man. He's been with me for a while, man. Appreciate you, brother. So let's keep this again. Rewind this. I keep jumping off this article, but this is a strong article. So these are two things that they're saying that could have happened yesterday. 6K for 100 a month. Hey, brother, I ain't mad at that. I appreciate that. 6K for 100 months, so basically 6 months at $100. Hey, I think the market should change before then, but still, I would not advise anybody to take loans. But I could appreciate it. Thank you. I'm happy it's working out for you. Wealth, thank you. Appreciate that. Wealth Wrangler Code, appreciate that. All right, so massive speculation interest during volatility events or large-scale accumulation was repositioned as traders rotate back in. Either way, the data confirms the XRP dip was heavily traded and heavily watched. Okay? Just want to say that. Okay? Let's keep it going. So XRP has 300 plus bank partners. So why is $1 billion volume still missing? Panic selling versus smart money behavior. Okay, sentiment's comment makes that the market sentiment clear. Retail traders were focused on fear. Is XRP going to blow $1? Is the crash going to get worse? Should I exit before the next leg down? I told you, even my homeboy was talking that. So people are jumping out thinking that it was going to go under $1 quick. So people thought it was going to keep going. So people were getting scared and jumping ship. Imagine you were jumping out at $1.40, $1.20, and let's say you had 10,000 XRP, 20,000 XRP, and sold at that $1.14, thinking it was going to go to $1, and that thing bounced back up to $1.50. How sick can you be in your stomach right now? Right now, you're like, please, please go back down. Right now, that person is hoping that XRP crashes. They're like, please crash. Trump, say something. Do something, please. Terra Luna, tariffs, war. They were, if you, that person, you're hoping for the worst FUD known to mankind so you could jump back in. Telling you right now, you don't want to be in that person because that feeling right there ain't it. So listen, so meanwhile, whales are doing the opposite. Listen, this is crazy, man. That's what we talked about yesterday, and for to hear it today makes me so confident that we do our research and we do our due diligence. And this is what makes me so confident that we do our homework for moments like this. All right? Retail traders were focused on fear. Is XRP going below $1? Is the crash going to get worse? Should I exit before the next leg? Meanwhile, whales were doing opposite. So basically, when everybody was in fear, they're saying the whales, people with money, large amounts of money, they weren't scared. They was buying. So listen, but my chat, I'm gonna tell you right now, my chat, no. My chat, you already know my chat, dog. I ain't gonna tell you about my chat. My chat, you already know how we go. Your cerebellum. My chat, we ain't never scared. You know, we ain't never scared. You know why? Because we ain't playing with no memes. We ain't playing with no games. We doing our research. We doing ISO. We doing tokenization. We doing true use case. We ain't coming here to play. We looking at XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, ADA, HBAR, Quant, XLM, XRP. What else? HBAR with a bar. What else am I missing? What WFI, Aster, freaking. Let me go down the list, man. Matter of fact, let me don't try to do it off the dome. Let me tell y'all right now the coins that we look at. So people who just tuned in, and you can go look at your own coins. But this is what's on fire in the chat. As people were scared yesterday at $2.14 trillion. Right now we at $2.4 trillion, y'all. While we was on this chat, we just got another 100 billion. From when I started this chat at 8 o'clock. So in an hour and 40 minutes, we already got $100 billion back into crypto. But anyway, let's keep this going. And as you see, the same way I'm acting today is the same way I was acting yesterday. You can't be up and you can't be down. With this thing here, to invest in it, you gotta stay like this. Even kill. But anyway, let's get into these coins. Bitcoin, you already know. You should definitely have Bitcoin. Bitcoin should be at least, some people say Bitcoin should be 50% of your portfolio. Bitcoin's not even 30% of my portfolio. It's not even 20% of my portfolio. And I need more Bitcoin. I need more Bitcoin. So let me start off with that. You can never have enough Bitcoin. I need more Bitcoin. All right. Number two, I only buy my grandson Bitcoin. Let me put that out there too. Number two, Ethereum. Come on. Number three, my biggest holding. You know every time what it is, XRP. The coin I just started buying since October 10th, that a lot of y'all probably been in longer than I have, and I wish I was in it longer. I just learned the strength of this coin, Solano. Gotta have Solano. I learned about Tron. I don't own any Tron, but yeah, Tron made up to number 8. How? I don't know. Dogecoin. You already know what time is Dogecoin. Bitcoin Cash. We just learned about Bitcoin Cash. I didn't know what Bitcoin Cash was. I just learned about it. We did it the other day. I don't own any Bitcoin Cash, but it did take Solano's number 10 spot. Cardano's number 10 spot. I don't know how Cardano lost that spot. So Cardano, you already know about it. I don't own any Hyperliquid, but it's been making a lot of noise. Canton, something new. I don't know too much about it. Been making a lot of noise, but I don't know too much about it. Chainlink. Big fan of Chainlink. Big fan of Chainlink. I just started buying Chainlink back in October 10th. I used to own Chainlink back in the day, but I got hacked on Coinbase for $54,000, and I didn't go back into Chainlink. When I came back, I studied on ISO. That's why I tell you I was so heavy on Bitcoin like I was, because after I got hacked, first time I got hacked, I was heavy in Bitcoin. My Bitcoin was 50% of my portfolio. But when I came back ISO strong. I drank the ISO juice. I got drunk with ISO. I got drunken with ISO coins. But since October 10th, I've been going crazy on Chainlink. I'm a big fan of Chainlink, the Oracle, and the real world data. And once I seen that Chainlink is linked to almost every coin, and they're gonna need Chainlink to bring the real world data, that's why I'm gonna get on Chainlink. You guys already know about Stellar, XLM. If you like XRP, you're probably gonna love Stellar. Jed McCabe, the co-founder, one of the co-founders of Stellar, came from XRP. Actually made him and David Schwartz, Arthur Burrito, and Jed McCabe. They were actual architects of XRP. And if you didn't know, XRP came out before Ripple. And Stellar does basically what Ripple does, but does it for banking. For small businesses. So you already know about that. Litecoin, you already know that's a OG coin. Avalanche is an OG coin. A lot of people are messing with Zcash because of the privacy. Sui's come on in the last 3 years. One of the people that I look up to, Raul Powell. He's on the board of governors. He's really pro Sui and pro Solano. But Sui's been doing his thing. I'm a big fan, huge fan of Hedera. I've been in Hedera, I thought it was 3 years, but it's almost 4 years. And I thought it was 3 years, but it actually was 4 years, man. Time flies. But it took me 4 years to finally hit the number that I wanted to get with Hedera. So I spent 4 years of saving to get to the number. And I finally reached my goal, the number I wanted to get with Hedera. And now I'm going to pass that. So I'm very proud of myself to stay disciplined for 4 years to reach my numbers, because I used to be a gentleman that was not so disciplined in long-term investment goals. So I'm very proud of myself that I stayed steady and knew 4 years ago that it would probably take me 4 years to get to that number. And now I move on, and I'm on my next 4-year project. So I move on. But I got to that number, and I did the same thing with XRP, but I ended up buying some more XRP the other day. So, but want to get into that. SHIB, you already know. Kronos, Kronos ran up with all the partnerships they had. World Liberty, you already know what time it is that. Polkadot, y'all already know how I feel about, and y'all know ICP, I like that one. But you guys already know also Aster, Ondo, and you guys already know how I feel about ZBEC. But yeah, just want to go over those coins. And if I didn't call out your coin, doesn't mean it's not a good coin. Doesn't mean that, because a lot of coins that I don't own that I think are great coins. So I hope if I didn't call out your coin, like I think Algo is a great coin. I think Flare is a great coin. I think Quant is a great coin. Oh, I forgot XDC. Oh, forgive me. Oh, I forgot about XDC. Definitely a big fan of XDC. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I forgot about XDC. There's so many great projects, man. And I got my meme coins, I got my bunks, my turbos, my Pingus, my Doge, my Shib, but I don't really push meme coins on y'all because I try to be more responsible. But I got meme coins, but I really try to keep y'all with utility coins. And meme coins usually are the last ones to go, but I try to do speculative. But if y'all ask me about the meme coins, yes, I do have meme coins. I have my Shib, I have my Doge, I got my Bunk, I got my Pepe, Turbo, yeah. So I got my meme coins, but this will be my last cycle in meme coins. You know what I'm saying? I think meme coins are like the drug. I think meme coins are like the gateway drug. When people first come in the game, that's what they know. They don't really know about utility coins. And then once they start learning, then they move out of meme coins and start getting real coins. That's what I feel. But anyway, man, I took this a little bit longer tonight because I know the weekend, just in case there's a crazy dip, I just wanted to talk to y'all, get into this. And that's the reason why we did the Epstein. And I did the episode of Epstein when people are talking about Epstein created crypto. Just want to remind you, crypto was created in 2008. It launched in 2009. The emails were in 2014. That's 5 years later. Epstein, with all due respect, that man can't write a code. You're going to tell me that man wrote the first block of crypto? Epstein. Really? Okay. Now, of course, the MIT stuff with MIT erasing his name from donating $850,000 and then later on apologizing and coming out and saying that he donated, that's funny business. Now, the email that he received, remember, look at the way I just dropped that episode. He didn't send the email. He received the email. But the people who got that email was very powerful people. You know that the co-founder of LinkedIn, LinkedIn, when you do your resume, he's one of the people that received that email. Yeah. And then also you guy, the MIT guy, he had told he was saying something towards to the effect that he doesn't think that Jim McCabe will play. I don't know what that is. That sounds like some Diddy talk. That sounds like some Diddy talk right there. But anyway, he received the email. He didn't send the email, and they didn't show him responding to the email. And the email was basically telling him, this guy named Austin Hill, he was basically telling Jeffrey Epstein that, listen, you're investing in our competitor. So he's basically telling you got two horses. You got two horses in the race. Basically saying that you're investing in Blockstream, which is with Bitcoin, and you're investing in our competitor, which is XRP and Stellar. So what he was telling Jeff and this other gentleman, like, yo, pick one side. Don't go, either you're investing with us or you're investing with them, to the point where he even threatened to take away the allocation to Bitcoin. So that's what it was. So it wasn't, Epstein was not the architect. Epstein was not controlling XRP. He received the email. But Epstein, this will tell you, he was in a circle. Epstein also gave $3 million to Coinbase. But it's only 1%. Even less than that, was actually 0.9%, because at that point, Coinbase was worth $440 million. So he gave $3 million. So he gave less than 1%. It's not like he gave 10%. He gave 1%. But that 1%, that $3 million today, Coinbase is worth $50 billion. So at $3 million, I did the calculation. I was wrong yesterday, but the actual calculation is $300 million to $350 million he would have made off of that $3 million. Just want to put that out there. Yeah. And at that time there, right? Here's the crazy thing. At that time when Epstein bought XRP, right? XRP was a penny. Yeah, that's it. So right now, you see he bought XRP for a penny. XRP right now was $1. What's XRP right now? So XRP right now is $1.45. So back then with Epstein, when XRP was 1 penny, if he would have put $1,000 in 2014, 12 years later, that $1,000 would be worth $145,000 for that $1,000. And Stellar was a tenth of a penny. So if he would have put $1,000 in Stellar, what's Stellar right now? So if he would put $1,000 in Stellar, he'll be at $161,000 off $1,000. That's why you call patience. In 12 years, he would turn $1,000 to 160. If he would have bought Bitcoin was $580, he would have been at 105,000 in 12 years. He would turn $1,000 to 105 to $108,000. This is what I'm talking about patience. All right? And that's facts. All right? James RGO said, that's not your business, Mr. Advisor. You're straight up. There you go. But just wanted to say that, man. And that's just facts. There's nothing here that's opinionated. That's actual facts. So to Epstein to be in them circles in them early days in 2014, that's wild. And for them boys to be getting that type of email, wouldn't you love to be getting that type of email? With XRP at a penny, and my Lord, that's crazy. You would have put $10,000, that would have turned to $1.7 million. With $10,000, $1.7 million. Lord, crazy. That's what they're talking about. It's all about who you know, man. That's what they're talking about. It's all about who you know. All right, am I holding XRP? 100% I'm holding XRP. 100%. 40 Shorty says, has the wig salesman been back on the chat? That's hilarious, man. Any holders here? Hey, my friend, there's nothing but holders here. But I tell you right now, they ain't buying them but crypto. They ain't buying the wallet you selling, don't know the wallet you selling. They don't do that on this chat right here, man. I tell you that much. That much I can tell you, my friend. This chat ain't buying nothing but coins and tokens. They ain't buying nothing you selling, I tell you that much. I hope we still skyrocket and let's make millions. Let me tell you something. I think we're going to be all right. As long as we keep doing our research, following the money, and staying on top of it, I think we'll be fine. We just got to stay on top of it, do our research, do not slip, watch it every single day, and I think we'll be okay. GMC says, how high can XRP go by 2030? Let me tell you, I don't know, man. It all depends. You guys know I don't do price prediction. It all depends on the market cap. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't know. I just know that right now we're at $1. We were at $3.66 and XRP was not live. And we didn't have any real utility at scale. So if we weren't doing anything at $3.66, I can't wait to see what we're going to do when it's live all around the world and people are actually using that scale. I can't wait to see what that looks like. All right. Same way, man. It's Dcryptofan, where all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. I think we had a great week this week. I hope y'all learned something this week. If y'all learned something, hit a like, hit subscribe. You guys already know, share. And please, if y'all watch the episodes, please share the episodes. If you like something, please share the episodes. You learned something. We'll be back Monday. Wally, you already know. This is Casual Fridays. Usually I'm in my shirt and tie. You already know what time it is. Y'all just tuned in. This is what it is. Hey, James Davison, you already know. Good night, Crypto Gang. My brother, you already know. 40 Shorty, you already know, man. Thank you. Appreciate you guys loving the videos. Trying to get better. Trying to get better with the explanation. Trying to get better with the analogies. Trying to get better with the if you guys see it now, I do a little bit more what do you call that? What word am I looking for? Just thumbnails that kind of show more what's going on. What is the word I'm looking for? Not screenshots, but more I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but slides. Thank you. Analysis. Yes. All of that right there. I love that. But when you show the little pictures on the screen there, try to show what's the word I'm looking for? Now when you show the little pictures on the screen that show the pictures and send the message on there. What's the word? I'm looking for a word, but whatever. I'm just trying to show y'all an example. I guess an example. Yeah, I'm just trying to show y'all an example with the I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. But anyway, carousel slide. There you go. Something like that. You guys know what I mean. Boss Buddha, you already know. You already know what I'm talking about, my brother. Y'all got what I'm saying, man. But check the episodes out and please share them if you see some that you learn and some you like. Please share them, man. This is a great time to share this information while the market is down. To share the information when the market is like 5 trillion, 6 trillion, it's like, I told you so. It's like, what I'm saying? Like anybody could say buy crypto. Like anybody could talk about crypto when we're at 4.2 trillion. Anybody could talk about crypto and say how great it is when we're at the top. It's hard to do this right now. It's hard to be here where we're at right now at this time right now when it's not popular. But this is where the profit and the smart money moves, just like the article that I didn't finish reading. Real quick, let me finish the article. I didn't mean the highest whale activity in the months occurred during between panic was peaking. The contrast was making a rebound so notable. Historical storm reversals often begin when retail collapse, on-chain activity spike, large holders step in aggressively, and price rebounds sharply off of lows. XRP may have just checked every box. Just want to say that. I missed the whole. I had never finished this article. I started and I never finished the article. But anyway, just wanted to get on that. There's like another paragraph, but let me get out of here. Enjoy y'all weekend, y'all. Please be safe, man. Please be safe, man. All right? Be safe out there. Don't get in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see y'all on Monday. We always have great weekend. Like those Mondays are always great because there's so much things to talk about. Because the one thing about the difference between the stocks and crypto, stocks close at 5 o'clock and don't open till Monday morning. Crypto's 24/7. It never sleeps. It never sleeps. So there's always news going. It never sleeps. So even on the weekend, things are happening. So let's see what happens Monday, y'all. So please be careful out there. You already know, love y'all, man. Like cook food. You already know it's Dcryptofan. Mañana. Be easy. Please be safe this weekend. Take it easy so I can see y'all on Monday. Don't do the most. Super Bowl Sunday. Take it easy. Take it easy. The police gonna be out there. Watch yourself. Don't drink too much and get talking about Monday. I don't see y'all because y'all was drinking and driving. Take it easy, all right? Be easy now. Spend time with the family. Staying with the kids. Don't do the most. So we can spend, don't do the most so we can spend this money together, y'all. The worst thing to get messed up before we go, before XRP hit 100. You heard what Jake said, 7